Oh, awesome people. I recorded 1 hour video, then I made a mistake and I am recording the video from the top. So here I'm again. I've created a e-commerce website using Bootstrap. So it's responsive to other types of devices too. Don't worry about it's being responsive. So let's see how our website is looking. The very first thing you guys see here is our nav bar. And here I put our logo, then we have our sign in and login. We will come to these in a minute. Then we have our banner section, which is really looking awesome. We have this image here, and after that we have our category sections, and inside our category sections we have these images, these cards that I've used here. Then we have our future product. Here I have used some cool trick, which is buds, and I will show you how to use that too. And then after that we have our offer section that I've used this amazing picture here. If you want to have access to these kinds of images, you can have a head over on a website like Unsplash and also Pixels. They provide you non-copyright images which are really high quality. This image that I've used here maybe have the size of 8 MB. So after that we have our new product that I put some hour effect on. Here was that I made a mistake and I record the video from the top, and after that we have our subscribe section, and it's all looking like this. Then we have our footer section that's looking like this. It's not looking something amazing because I don't use I'm not able to use a phone awesome icons because I have low connection, and that's the reason that I don't create well designed footers. So I told you that I'll come and talk about the sign in here. I've created some some pages related to sign in here. If you just click on sign in, it just takes us to the sign in page. And if you want to create something a sign in page is better than this one, I've created tutorials on how to create a login form, and there you can create even better login forms than this one. So also we have our login form here, and after that if you want to go to the main section, to the index.html file, you just have to click on Bootstrap and it just redirects us to our main project here. So let's create a tab, but before doing that, if you're comfortable, if you give value to my tries and hard working, just give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to my YouTube channel. And I forgot to show you that it's responsive, so I'm gonna decrease its size, and you could see that our menu changed to a hamburger menu, and it keeps organized things in our web page, and everything is looking fine here. So and everything is fine. So let's create a doubt. I'm gonna go inside our Visual Studio Code. This is the code editor that I'm using. I've already created a folder called a new e-commerce website using Bootstrap, and inside this we have our images, the images that I'm gonna use. I'm not able to put its link in the description. Head over the websites of Unsplash and also Pixels and take these from there. So after that, the very first thing I'm gonna do here, not inside the images, I'm gonna go inside this and create our index.html file. So I just say index.html. I'm gonna close this off, and inside our index.html I'm gonna type HTML, and this is going to generate this boilerplate for me. So here I'm just gonna pass the responsive website, and I should mention that the time is 1:44 a.m. So inside this, because I'm using Bootstrap, I'm gonna go inside the Bootstrap website, and here I'm gonna go inside the get start and introduction. We need to get the links of Bootstrap, so we should be wait for. I told you that I have low connection. So here we are in introduction, and the Bootstrap CDN that we need is the CSS and JavaScript. So I'm just gonna copy it from here, and I'm gonna go here, and here I'm gonna paste it down. And so after that we need its JavaScript link too, so I just come inside the JavaScript and copy it from here, and I'm gonna go inside the body and paste it down here. So that's all. We done with the setup of our website, and now we have to create our banner. So I'm gonna go here, and you will see that our banner is looking like this. So I'm just gonna go inside our banner, and I'm gonna go inside the documentation of Bootstrap file, and here I'm gonna search for navbar. So the navbar lives inside the components, and inside the components we have something called navbar. So I'm gonna go inside the navbar, and from the navbar that I've used here is this one. So I'm just gonna copy its code from here, and before pasting here, I'm gonna put a comment here and say navbar section start and navbar section end. And inside this, I'm gonna put our navbar here. So I'm gonna customize this, but before doing that, I'm gonna open this app on a browser. To do so, I've used something here called live server, which enable me to run my code on the website. I mean, on the browser live, and I don't have to refresh my code all the time. I mean the browser. So I'm gonna right click on my HTML file, and here it gives you the option of open with live server. So now our navbar is looking like this. We need to customize this. So I'm just gonna go here, and the very first thing I'm gonna do is to get rid of the container fluid. Then here, replace of navbar, I'm just gonna put our jewelry shop, and then I'm gonna come here. Here we have our home. I'm gonna get rid of the active states from here, and here we want to this href to refer to index.html, and after that here we have our featured, and then let me take a look what else do we have here. We have featured, new, and subscribe. So I just come here and put new, and then it's gonna refer, this should be capitalized, I just say new, and the other one is subscribe maybe, so I just say subscribe, yes, and the other one are login and sign in. So did I put this inside disable? Yes. So I clear this out, and I'm gonna copy this out, copy, oh not that, I can't read that. So I just go here and copy, and we don't need this disable, cut it from here. Sorry, and here I'm just gonna copy this out and paste it down here for the login and for a sign in. So this one gonna have a custom class of a jewelry shop btn. So I say jewelry shop btn, and also login, I mean sign up. And after that, we need to change its inner HTML to sign up to. So I say sign up, and then I have to change this one, and I'm gonna give it a custom class of login. So I say login, and inside its inner HTML, I just say log in with an hyphen. So that's all, and we're done with our CSS, I mean HTML. And we need to move this to the right side. To do so, I'm gonna go here and find the collapse here, and here I'm just gonna type justify content to the end side. So now you'll see that it easily moved to the right side. Now we have to customize this and also change its font family. So to do it, I'm gonna create a custom CSS file. So I just come here and say style.css, and we need to make sure that our CSS file is connected with our HTML. So after the cdn of Bootstrap, I just come here and type a link and style.css. Then I'm gonna go inside the style.css and select everything and set its a font family to cursive. This is the font family that I love. So after that, I'm gonna select the login. So I say nav link. Inside the nav link, we have the login. I mean, it attached to the login. So I say login, and here I'm gonna give it a little padding. So I say padding. From the top and bottom, it's going to be 7 pixel, and from the sides, it's going to be 30 pixel. And it's going to be important, else it's not going to work for us. Then I'm gonna give it a color of white, and it's also important. So I just say important. And then I'm gonna give it a little border radius. I say border radius, and its border radius is 30 pixel. Then I'm gonna give it a background which is light green, and it is also important. Now you'll see that our login button is looking like this. We have to install our sign up button. So I just say nav link. From the nav link, we have a class which is remember, I mean, notice that I put no space here, sign up, So I say sign up, and here I'm gonna give it a padding of 7 pixels from the top and bottom and 30 pixels from the sides, and it's important. And I'm gonna copy all these from here because we need it one more time, and here I'm gonna paste it down, and I'm gonna give it a little background, and its background is black color, so I just say black. Now you'll see that it's looking like this, and we'll need to give it a little margin, so I say margin, and its margin is 0 from the top and bottom, and 2 pixels from the sides to just have a little gap here. Then we have to create our banner like this. So to do it, I'm gonna go inside our HTML file, and I'm gonna come at the bottom, and here I'm gonna create a main section, so I just say main section start, and ended up here, and inside this we're gonna create our main tag, so say main, and I'm gonna give it a class of main even though I don't need it. And inside this we have to create our banner section, so I just put a comment here and say banner section start and banner section ends. And inside this I'm just gonna create our section and give it a class of banner, and I'm gonna give it a background color of light. No, we don't need this background, so I just say banner. And inside this banner, as usual, we have to create a container, so I say container, and inside the container we have to create a row, and as usual we have a column inside the row, so I say column, and a large size is gonna take 7 columns of our web page. So inside this column we're gonna create an each one, so I say each one, and I'm just gonna go inside this and copy this out from here, copy and paste it down here. After that we need our p tag, so I say p and just generate some lorem. I say lorem, not this much, just 15 characters is enough. And then we need our buttons, I just say button, and here I have to give it a class, and its class name is joy shop btn, and inside its inner HTML I'm gonna put an anchor tag which is going to refer to category section, categories, and inside the inner HTML of anchor tag I'm just gonna say shop now or buy now, so I say buy now. Now it's looking like this pretty ugly, but we're gonna fix it using our custom CSS file. So I'm gonna go inside the CSS file, and here I'm gonna select the banner, so I say banner, and the very first thing we're gonna do is here to give it a background which is lives inside the images, and its name is banner.jpg, and then I'm gonna give it a width of 100% and also height of 30, let me check, 36 rem, and then I'm gonna give it a background size of cover, so I say background size, size of cover, and background position of center, background position of center. And after that, let me check it. You'll see that it's looking like this. We have to bring these things to the center. To do so, I'm going to use this flex box. So I say display to flex, justify content to center, and also align items to center. And yes, now it's going to be positioned at the center. And after that, we have to give this a background color as in made project. So I'm going to go here, and here what I'm gonna do is to select the banner, and from the banner select the row, and here we have a column with a class with the name of col lg6 column. So here I'm gonna give it a background which is an RGBA color, and if you follow along my other tutorials you can easily guess what color I'm gonna use. And after that I'm gonna give it a little padding of 1 rem from the top and bottom, and a 3 rem from the sides. And now here you will see that it's looking like this. We need to change the color of this one, so I'm just going to copy this out from here, copy and paste it down here, and select each one and set its color to white. Then we need our, and also I set it its text transform to capitalize, even though I copied that from here, we don't need to do that. And because of that, I set its text transform to capitalize each individual word. And then I'm gonna select this p tag here. So I have already copied this line of code, and from the P, I select the P tag, and I'm gonna give it a color, which is an RGB color, and it is 199, 199, 199, not 1000. And then we have to select, design our button. You see that it's looking ugly. So I'm gonna go here and select the Joy Shop BTN, and here I'm gonna give it a background of black, and it's gonna be important. And then I'm gonna give it a color of white, then give it a padding of 10 pixels from the top and bottom, and 30 pixels from the sides. Then a border radius, I say border radius of 20 pixels, and its border gonna be none. So and now you will see that it's looking like this. We have to select the anchor tag because we want to get rid of this and change its color to so I just come here and say Joy BTN, Joy Shop BTN. From that, select the anchor tag and set its color to a white color. So I say color, it is white, and text decoration gonna be to none. Now, yes, it's fine, and we finally done with our banner section. Then we have to create our category section. So I'm gonna go here, and you will see that we have our category section. So to do it, I'm gonna go inside our index.html file, and after the banner section, after the banner section, here I'm gonna create our section. Before doing that, I'm gonna put a comment and say categories section start and categories section end, and inside this we're gonna have our section. So I say section, and it's gonna have the class of categories, and I'm gonna put an ID for it. Before doing ID, I'm gonna give it a padding from the top of 5, and also margin from the top and bottom of 5. Then I'm gonna give it an ID. So I say ID, and its ID is categories, because we want to, whenever we click on the categories, this by section, we want to, it goes to the categories section. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. Oh, sorry. This category, because every time I refresh it, it's just gonna redirect us to the category section. So I just come here, and here we're gonna create our category section. And as usual, we have to create a container here, container, and inside this container, what I'm gonna do is to create our each one. So I say each one is gonna have a class which is text to the center, and inside its inner HTML, I just say categories. Oh god, yes. And then we have our p tag, so I say p, and also this have the class of text to the center, and also its color gonna be what is it? I forgot its color name. Here we have a color called mute. Yes, this one. Then inside its inner HTML, I'm just gonna generate some lorem ipsum with 10 words here. So now if you take a look, you will see that it's looking like this. It didn't center. I don't know why. I put the text to center. Yes. So after that, we need a row to create our columns here. Notice we have some columns here. So these are the columns. Yes, these are the columns that use some cards here. So I'm gonna go inside our website to see what's looking. And after this p tag here, I just come and create our row. And inside this row, I'm gonna create our column, which in large size is just gonna take 4 columns of our website. And inside this, I'm just gonna put an anchor tag, which is going to refer to nowhere, because maybe later you put a link to this that whenever you move your cursor on, it just redirect you to other page that there it includes the certain categories, for example, to watch and the camera. So I just come inside the anchor tag, and here we have to create our I've already created a column, and inside this we have to create what do we have? We have to create our cart. So The card that I've used here, I'm gonna go inside the Bootstrap file, Bootstrap website, and here I'm gonna go inside the card. Let me check what card that I used. So I just come here, and the card that I've used here is this one. So I just copy its codes from here and paste it down here. And we need to customize this. The first thing I'm gonna do is to get rid of this one, and after that here I put some classes for it, which its class here is text to the center, because we want everything gets at the center, and its text color gonna be dark. And also I'm gonna give it a little shadow, so I say shadow, and shadow, and margin from the top gonna be 3, not 4. And we're gonna wrap this image inside a div tag. So I say I put a div tag here, and the div gonna have the class of bg light, and also a custom class which is image wrapper. So I say image wrapper, and inside this I'm just gonna put the image, but for now I'm not gonna put any src to this. And then we have our card body. Let me check. We have a title here. So inside the card body I'm gonna create an each one, and here we're just gonna pass watts here. So say watts, and that's all. Then we have to get rid of, not to get rid of that one, I'm gonna get rid of this class from here, and I'm gonna give it a custom another class which is class. So I just say class, and set its width to 100. Put this property to all of your images. It just make it to orient in your web page. So after that here we have to put its image. So our image is inside the images, and its name is watch. So I just say watch.png. Let me just take a look. How is it looking? Is there any problem? No, there isn't any problem, but the only thing we have to do is to get rid of the anchor tag here. So I'm gonna go inside the style.css file, and here I'm gonna select the categories. So say categories. From the categories select the colon, LG, and 4, and here we have an anchor tag, and we want to set its text decoration to none. So I just say text decoration to none. Then you're gonna see that we do have it. So because maybe I typed the categories wrong here. We have categories. So I just copy it from here, and I'm gonna go inside the CSS file and paste it down here. Yes, I typed this one wrong, so this is categories, and we also have to change this one too. So categories. Now I save it, and still we do not got rid of that one because I didn't save it. So I'm gonna save this out, and you will see that we do not have that anchor tag anymore. So now I'm gonna duplicate this out because we need it for a couple of times, actually 3 times. Yes, and I noticed something else here, that I set this background to dark. So I'm gonna go inside our index.html file, and here in the text I'm just gonna give it a bg of dark. Yes. So after that we also have to set its text to light. So I say text to light, and now it's getting fine, but we don't want it like this because I didn't put this. I gave it to I'm gonna copy this out from here, cut it, and inside the card body I'm gonna paste it down here. Now it's getting fine. Then we need 3 of them, so I just go here and copy it from here, copy and paste it for a couple of times. Then we need to change its content. This one gonna be the last one. What do we have here? We have watch. We have shoes here. Oh, sorry, I wasn't able to select that, so I just go and type it manually. The reason is that my computer is slow. There is nothing wrong, so I'm just gonna type shoes here, shoes. Then I'm gonna change its picture to shoes too. So shoes, not shoes, it is shoe. And then it is a JPEG file. Then I'm gonna go in the second one, and here we need to change this to each one to what I have here. We have camera. I just say camera, and its image name is also camera. Now I'm gonna save it and take a look. And maybe gets bigger. Yes, some of them are getting bigger, and to fix it, I'm gonna select the image wrapper here inside our custom CSS. So I'm gonna copy this out from here because I feel super lazy to type categories, and from that I don't need to even do that. I'm gonna select the image wrapper, so I just say image wrapper, and inside the image wrapper I'm gonna give it a height of 300 pixels. So now you will see that it makes it fine. We should be wait for loading it because it's Bootstrap. Now if I go here, and you will see that everything gets fine. And also I'm gonna set the height of the image because I noticed in the main project that when I decrease its size, it just overflow from its content. Yes, it's overflow. So to fix it, I set its height also to the image the actual image. I'm just gonna copy it from here and I'll paste it down here and copy select the image and set its height to 300 pixel. So now if I come in this this project and decrease its size, it still you see that it is fine and it don't overflow from its container. Then after the category section, what do we have? Let me check. We have come on baby, we have our featured section. So I just come here and inside our index.html file, and I'm going to go at the bottom of our website, and before the main tag I'm going to open up our another section and say feature product section start, and also it's in here is here. Sorry for typing this. And inside this we're going to create our section. So I just say section and I'm going to give it a class of featured, and then I'm going to give it a margin from the top and bottom of 5, and also padding from top and bottom of 5. Then I'm going to give it an ID, so I say ID, and our ID going to be featured. So inside this we need to create our container, and after our container we have our each one. So it has a class of text to the center, so I say text to center, and inside its inner HTML we just gonna say featured section, feature products. Then we have our p tags, so I say p, and I'm going to give it the class of text to the center, so I say text to the center, and then I'm going to give it a text color of, what was it, I forgot again, muted. So, and after this I'm gonna go here to see what it is looking like. And after our future product we need our p tag. I don't have any p tag here because I don't put any content here, so I just gonna generate a lorem ipsum here. Then we have a row here for creating this products here, and also this budgets here, budgets. So to do it, I'm gonna go here and create our row, and as usual we have to create a column here. So I say column, in a large size it's just gonna take 3 columns of our website. Then I'm needing some cards here. So which card do I need? Let me take a look. Yes, the card that I'm needing here is again this card, I guess. So yes, this is this card. So I'm gonna copy, let me just, yes, this is this card. So I just paste it down here, and I'm gonna get rid of this style here. And inside its class I'm gonna give it some classes here. The very first thing I'm gonna do is to set its position to relative. So I say position relative because later we will set the position of this one to absolute. So, and after that I'm gonna put everything to the center, so I say text to the center, and I'm gonna get rid of the border, and we will have no border for our project. If you notice in our main project, the project that we're working, You see that we have no border here. Then we need to wrap this image inside a div. So I just come here and say div and give it the class of image wrapper, wrapper. And after that, I'm gonna give it a background color of secondary. So the type of secondary, well, yes, I did. I'm gonna just take this image and bring it to the inner HTML of, inside of this div. Now, inside the image, we have to get rid of this. And here, I'm gonna give it my class, which is a width of 100%. So I say width 100. Then inside this, I'm gonna give it its src. So its src gonna be, what is it? It is inside the images, and its name is featured one. So I just paste it. Type it there. And after that, here we have our cart body. Let me check what do we have on our cart body. So it's looking like this, and in a cart body we do not have anything, but at the end I have a p tag. So here I just come and create a p tag here. So I say p, and here it needs some classes. So inside this, I'm gonna give it a class of price and a background of secondary. I don't need this. I don't know if I need this class here. Then text to the light, and inside its inner HTML, I'm just gonna put value. I'm in here. Then let me check what is different with this one. We also need a background color for our div here. So here in the image, I'm gonna give it a background of what it was, muted. And now I didn't fix it. It's shit. So BG of muted. Actually it is secondary. Yes, it's working now. This one is also, I don't know if there is something different between the, I can't realize the color, but they are looking similar for me. If there is something wrong, just change this one to secondary too. So after that, what else we do need? I think, yes, we have this budge here. So to do it, I'm gonna go inside the Bootstrap website and search for something like budge. So I'm gonna press enter, and we should be wait for till it loads. Yes, we have our budge here. No, we do not have it. What was its name? Its name was budge, not with budge. And inside this, here we have our badge. So I'm just gonna go here and copy it from here and paste it down in our website. Where do I need to put this? Inside the cart, because I set its position to relative, and I'm just gonna set its position to absolute. So I say position. I used to put no I for the position, and its position gonna be absolute. Then I'm gonna save it and take a look in a browser, and you see that it's here. I need to change its background color too, so I say BG, and it is success. So, and we need some of them here, a couple of them here. So I just go here, and I'm gonna put my cursor around to notice where this column ends. So I'm just gonna copy this from here. Before copying it, I'm gonna put a comment here and say first card and first card. Then at the end of this, I'm gonna put my second card and paste it down here. We need it one more time, third card, and put it here, and fourth card. So now we need to change these prices. For example, I'm gonna pass 120, and we're gonna change the future to the picture name to 4, and this one I'm gonna just change it to $500, and I'm gonna change this one, the image, to 3. These are the images that I've already put it in my folder. I told you if you want these kinds of images, you can have a head over on your YouTube and websites called Unsplash and Pixels. And this one, I'm gonna change its price to 106, and its image gonna be 2. Now I'm gonna save it and take a look, and it's looking pretty awesome. So I'm gonna decrease its size to see if it's responsive. Yes, it's responsive, and nothing is not wrong here. So after our feature section, what do we have next? We have our offer section with this nice image here. So I'm gonna go here inside our website to see what is really going on. So after that, inside our index.html file, I'm gonna go at the bottom of it and create our section. So after the main section, before the main section here, I put a comment and say offer section start and offer section end. And inside this, we have our sections. I say section. I'm gonna give it a class of offer and margin from the top and bottom of 5 and padding from the top and bottom of 5. Then inside this, I put no ID for this because we do not have anything on the title to refer to this one. So here I'm gonna create our containers. So I say container, and I say the container, we need our row. So I say a row, and inside the row I'm gonna put in each one and say a special offer for you. And then we have a p tag here, so I say p and generate some lorem. So I say lorem, and it's going to be 10 character. And after that, I need a button. So I say I want to put this div, this button inside a div because it's will overflow and takes much space here. So I just say button, and I'm gonna give it our custom class here, which our class name is here joy shop hyphen btn, and inside its inner HTML I just say buy now. Then let's take a look. How's it looking? It's looking like this. I'll put the container, but I type it wrong, so I just come here and say container. Then I'm gonna go inside our style.css file, and I'm gonna put its background using our custom CSS file. So I just say offer, and I'm gonna give it a background, and its background is an image, so it is inside the images, and its name is offer.jpg. Then it's not going to look well, and I'm gonna get rid of this categories because it just takes us to categories section. Yes. And also get rid of the hash one. You guys can see it well. I can see it well. So here we have this, but it's looking ugly. We're gonna give it some margin and padding. Some height and width. Not width, just height. So I say offer. From the offer, here we have a row. So I say row. This is not attached with offer, so say row, and inside this I'm gonna give it a height of 36 rem. So now it's fixed it, and yes, come on, we have it like this. We have to fix this and make it to be at the center. So to do it, I'm gonna use the flex box. So say display flex, justify content to center, and also align items to center. Then flex direction to colon. So I say flex direction to colon. I just come here and say colon. And then I'm gonna give it a color, which is an RGBA color, which is this color that I've used before here. So now if you take a look, it kills me refreshing like this, and you will see that it's looking pretty well. Then if I decrease its size, you see that we got rid of that images. I still want it like this. I don't want to put the background position to the center, and I just like it the way. And if you want this way, and if you want, you can just give a position to have the buoy here, position of the center, and position of to center and background size to cover. So after this section, what else do we have? we have the new product section that I have to stop in a previous tutorial after recording 1 hour of the tutorial. And here we have this section. So to create this section, I'm gonna go inside our index.html file, and after this section, I'm gonna put a comment here and say new section start and new section end, and inside this I'm gonna put I'm gonna create our section with a class of new, and also padding from the top and bottom of 5 and margin from the top and bottom of 5. Then inside we have to create a container, so let's just say container, and inside this container I'm gonna put an each one here. So I say each one and give the class of text to the center, and then inside its inner HTML we're just gonna say new products, and then we have our p tag, sorry, and there's something in my mouse news. So I'm gonna give the class of text to the center, and give it a color of, if I don't forget it, muted, yes. Then I'm gonna just generate some lorem with 10 characters here, I mean 10 words here. And after that we have our we have our images here. So for creating the images we have to create a row here, and inside this row we're gonna create our columns. So I just say a colon LG 4 columns, and here I'm gonna create an image wrapper. So I say image wrapper, and another class which is background color of dark. Then it's gonna be a few rounded, then its position gonna be relative. So put hyphen here, relative. So after that, inside this we have to create our actual image. So it's in the image is sorry inside the images folder, and its name is new one.jpg. Then I'm gonna give it a class of width of 100. So I say class width of 100. And after that we need a button here, because you see that we have this hover effect on. When we move our cursor on, this button gets at the center of here. So I just come here and say inside after the image I'm gonna create another div, and I'm gonna give it the class of mirror, and then its position gonna be absolute. So I just say absolute. And inside this I'm gonna create our buttons. So I say button, and it's gonna have our custom class which is joyshopbtn. So I just say joyshopbtn, and inside its inner HTML we're just gonna say view products. Oh god, yes. Now we finish with its HTML and CSS, and you could see that it's here. We want to put it at the center. To do so we need our custom CSS file. So just go here and say from the new select the mirror. So say mirror, and here I'm gonna set its position its top to 50%, and from the left also it's going to be 50%, and translate to make it perfectly, not transition at the center, transform translate x minus 50%, and also minus 50% from the top, and from the sides, and it should get at the center. No, it isn't, because of left 50%. It seems like I should stop here again, and let me check. I maybe type the class names here wrong. Position relative and position absolute. Come at the center, baby. Oh, it still don't, and because I put no I here, and yes, it is at the center. And after that we don't want it to be at the center, so for now we just want, whenever we move our cursor on, it just get at the center. To do so I just come here, and from the top I set it to a minus number. So I say minus 300 pixel, but after doing that, because it just get here, I want it to be at the top pixel. I didn't put the pixel, so it is at the top, but it gets visible. So I'm gonna set the image wrapper overflow to hidden. So I say new image wrapper, and it's overflow to hidden. Yes. Now you'll see that here we have nothing. So we want to, whenever we move our cursor on, it just gets at the center. So I just come here and say new image wrapper. Whenever we move our cursor on, so we want to something occur on mirror. And what do we want to occur? We want to it gets at the center of our web page, which is top 50%. And now I'm gonna give it a little transition to make it come slowly, nicely. So I say transition, and its transition is 0.5 seconds. So now if I move my cursor on, we should be wait for till it loads. So and now I move my cursor on, you see that it just nicely gets at the center. So I just duplicate this for a couple of times because we need 3 of them, I guess. So yes, we need 3 of them. So I just come here and I'm gonna select this column to see where it ends and select all of it, Control C, and here I'm gonna put a comment and say first image, and after this we're gonna pass our second image, and and the last one, so I say third image, and then put it here. Now we need to change the images. This one is 3 and this one is 2. Done. All of these are looking nice. After this product section, let me check what do we have. We have our subscribe, our, I don't know what is it, whatever. So I just come here, and for creating that we have to also create another section. So before creating the section, before the main section, I'm gonna put a comment here and say what is it, subscribe section. So I say subscribe section start and subscribe section end. We have our subscribe section, which is this title and this with this p tag and also this form here. So inside this I'm gonna create our section. So I say section, and our section gonna have the class of subscribe and also margin from the top and bottom of 5, and also padding from the top and bottom of 5. And what else do we need? We need an ID, so I'll say it's just gonna be subscribe. So after that, as usual, we're gonna create our containers. So say container, did the type is right? Yes, I did. So after that, we're gonna create a row here, and then we're gonna create our columns. But before doing that, I'm just gonna put some classes here, which is justify content to the center and also align items to the center. So then we need our columns. I just say column in large size. It's just gonna take 6 columns of our website, and inside this I'm just gonna put each one here, and we're just gonna give it a class of text to the center, and inside its inner HTML I'm just gonna copy this out from here and paste it down inside our HTML. Then we have a p tag. We're just gonna generate some lorem inside this lorem, and that is going to be this time. Yes, this much. Even though we need less of them, so I'm just gonna get rid of some of them here. So after this section, let me just see how is it looking. I'm gonna go here. We have it like this. Do I have any title for this? No, I do not have any title for this. So after this section, it is at the center. Then we have our another column. So I just copy this out. I'm not gonna copy that. So I just create another column here. So I just say column in large size is gonna take 6 columns of our website. And here I'm gonna search for something input button in Bootstrap website. So I just come here and say input button. and search for. So here we have our input buttons, and the input buttons that I've used, let me check which one did I use. Here you see that we have something like this. I'm gonna go here and search for something like that. So not this one, not this one, also this one. This is that I want, what I want. So I'm just gonna grab it from here, grab and paste it in the columns. And the only difference is that we do not want the button at the right side. I mean, yes, at the right side, left side, we want it at the right side. So I'm gonna find the input type and grab it from here nicely and cut it and put it before this one. So now if you take a look in on, you'll see that it's looking ugly because maybe we put some row here. The row wrap both the containers, and we have this column ends here, and also this one ends here. Did I give it 6 columns? Why it isn't working? 6 columns. If I put it inside a container, let me put my phone here. I'm using my phone internet. I have to put it in front of my computer. So there's something wrong. What is wrong? Maybe because this lorem ipsum, and or maybe because the row. I'll put everything to the center. Let me get rid of that. Refresh. No. I'm just gonna change it to 5 to fix it. So I don't change this one. I change this one to 5, and now you will see that it do not get fine. It seems to that it stopped me here, but I'm not gonna stop here. Let me check what I did here. So here we have our input type, and this div close here. So I do something new here. Here I just put its display to flex. So I say display to flex. Then we give it a height. So I say height of 30 or 20, and yes, that's gonna fix it. So it didn't. I'm gonna select it manually using. I was doing that before like this and it was working. Let me do it one more time, cause oh god. So here we have our input, which is form control. I put these inside a div, so I got rid of this, and also this. So inside this we have our input group with a margin of 3 pixels. Let me check it if it's looking fine. Yes, it's looking fine here, and we did some mistake there. So I just take this span. Let me just check it. It ends here, so I grab it from here and paste it after this one. So this input type ends here, and paste it down. Yes, it's fine. Finally, yeah, I did it. So let me check what's the difference. Here we have the background of this as a black. So I'm gonna go inside our index.html file, and I'm so happy. Here I'm gonna give it a background of black. So I say BG dark. Then, oh, not this one. The button. We are here. We have it, and this one. And now we're gonna set its color to white. So I just say text to light. L-I-G-H-T. Yes. And we also gave it a placeholder. So I just come here and find the placeholder. Here inside the input, we do not have any placeholder. So inside the input tag, I'm gonna type my own placeholder. So I say placeholder, and it's gonna be enter your email. Enter your email. Yes. So now we finally also done with our subscribe section, and everything is fine and looking the way that these are. And the only difference is that this is looking black, and I'm gonna just make it looks muted. So I say text to muted. Yeah, and that's all. So after that we have to, oh, not this one, we have to put it to the p tag. So here we have a p tag, here we have it, class of muted. Then we have to create our, this called a footer. So to do it, we finally get over from the main section, and out of the main section I'm gonna put a comment and say footer start and footer end. So inside this we're gonna create our footer. So to do it, I just come here and say footer, and I'm gonna give it a class of footer with a padding of, this time we do not have the margin, only padding of 5 from the top and bottom, not actually 3. So then we have our containers. So I just say container, and then inside this we have a row, and inside these I just created 2 columns with 6, which takes 6 columns here. What a tool. So I'm going to create a column here, which in large size is going to take 6 columns of our website, and inside this I have an h4 tag. So I say h4, and inside its inner HTML I got the class of text to the left side, and we're just gonna say explore, and after that I have a UL tag, that inside this we have an li tag, and inside this UL I got the class of text to left to, so I say text left, and inside the li tags I just put something, and it is home featured, and then we have what is it, new, and at the end we have subscribe. So I just say subscribe. You guys have that problem that you can't read the capital letter. When there's capital letter I can't read it well. I even can't realize it, what word is it. So, and then we have our another column. So I just come here and say column LG6, which in large size is going to take 6 columns of our websites. And then here I'm gonna put another h4, and here I'm gonna give it again a class, and its class is text to the right side, and inside its inner HTML I'm just gonna say our services. Then after that we have our UL with a class of text to the right side. So say text right, and inside this UL we have our li. So I just say li, and we have something like pricing, our services that we do have here, and free shopping. Also we have gift card. So I say gift card. Then at the end, if you shop from our website, we will give free cases too. So now we're done with everything, but unless we know we need a p tag here to show to type its copyright. So I say p, and I'm gonna give it a class of text to the center. So I say text to center. Then I'm gonna write copyright. So replace of doing that, so I'm just gonna copy it from here and paste it here. So, and after that you will not have access to this symbol to create a div. Put ampersand, then copy, and at the end this. So now we will have it like this, but our background is still white. To do it, I'm gonna go inside our custom CSS file, and here I'm gonna select the footer and set its background to black, but its color gonna be white color. So I just say white. Yes, now it's looking the way that our main project looks. So after that, we need to type, let me check it's being responsive, and it is responsive, I guess so. Yes, everything is fine. We have this problem with the shoe, that it goes flow from here. So to fix it, I'm gonna go and find the shoes. So I say shoes, and here we have our shoe, and I gave it the width of 100, but I'm gonna give it a class of image wrapper, from the shoe. So I'm gonna go inside our CSS file, and here I'm gonna select the images. So I say image, and I'm gonna give it a height of 300 pixel itself, to the images. No, I'm not gonna do that. So let me do something amazing here. So I'm gonna go here and open up our inspect, and here I'm gonna select this using this selector, and check this out. Where is it? It is here, and we have this in column 4, and its product, its name is product. Let me do it in my code. So we find the shoes here already. So we have this shoes inside the category section. So I'm just gonna copy the category section, and then I'm gonna come here, and let me find the category section. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. I'm gonna go and find the category section to write the codes below this. So, and come here, the height of this, the image wrapper, it should be fine. Maybe I type the categories. Let me check the categories here. I'm just gonna copy this out. I did it before too. Paste it. Yes, I feel no change there. And also for this one, and the image height gonna be 300 pixel. I have to put this one, image wrapper. Let me check the image wrapper here. If I just check the first one, the rest are the same. So image wrapper, so I just copy it from here, Control C, and I'm gonna Control V it here. Yes, so it should fix now. Oh god, it should fixed. These are the first one, also this one is not fine. So let me check here. We have this class which wrap these, and we have a width of 100, and visual to light. Do it affect the image? Let me put its height to something like 200 pixel. Yes, now it's fixed, but where is it? We have our shoes. All of these fixed, but this isn't the way to fix it. But you could guys have a closer look on, because if I just fix it here, it will take much time of us. So this got visible, this got responsive, and now it's time to write the codes for sign in and login. So before doing that, I'm gonna go inside the sign in. I'm gonna get rid of this line of code here, and I'm gonna go and find the sign in and login. We have it at the top, and we say when we move our cursor on, so I say cursor to pointer, and then we also have to change set it to for sign in to, so just copy it from here and paste it down here. Now if we move our cursor on and it changed to pointer, then we want to create the codes, the pages for sign in. So to do it, I'm gonna go here and create a file here, call it sign in dot html, and also login dot html. So I say login dot html. Then we have to, I'm gonna go inside the index.html at the top, yes, and here I'm gonna find this. We have login and sign in. So in the login and sign in, we have to put an href. I got right of its href. So I say href, and it's href gonna refer to a file called login.html, and this one also gonna refer to href to sign in.html. So I say sign in.html. Now we have to write its code. To do so, I'm just gonna copy this out from here in this navbar. So copy, and I'm gonna go here and type HTML, and we need to put the Bootstrap link here. So before doing that, I'm gonna go here and copy the Bootstrap link here, which is this one. So come on, faster. Yes, copy, sign in, and paste it down here. And after that, we don't need JavaScript. So then I'm gonna copy the navbar again. Copy it. Copy and paste it down here. So just paste it, and we have to get rid of the other classes. I mean the other list item, nav item, and we don't need any of them. Nav or nav, no, not that one. And yes, so that's all. And after that, we have to create a form. So after that, here I just come and create a container, and inside this container I'm gonna create a row which is going to take the columns, 6 column in normal, in large size it's going to take 6 column, 6, and inside this I'm gonna put an each one here, and I'm gonna give it the class of text to the center. So I say text to center, and inside its inner HTML I'm just gonna pass sign in. So I just say sign in, and then we have to create our form. So I just come here and say form, and after that so here I'm not gonna put any action to it, and here what I'm gonna do is to create our form. So I say input, and its type is a text because we want the user to type here his name or her name. So I say placeholder of name, and then we have our class of form control. So I just say form control, and yes, now I'm gonna save this out, and I'm gonna click on sign up. It takes us to here. Then we need something else here. We need let me check on go here, sign in. We need last name, email, and password. So I'm just gonna duplicate this out for a couple of times and change this one to the last name, last name, and this one gonna be email, and it takes is email, it's type and also this one gonna be a password. So I say passwords, and its placeholder gonna be password too. So password, and at the end we have a button. So I just come here and say button, and our button gonna have the class of btn primary, its color. So I say primary, and inside its inner HTML we're just gonna say sign up. Sign in or sign up isn't matter. So now you see that it's looking like this, but if we want it to take the entire web page, the entire column, so I'm gonna give it a width of 100. Yes, now it's fixed. I will need a little gap between these. To do so, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna do it using our custom CSS file. So I'm gonna go inside our CSS file, and we need to link it with our sign in too. So I just come here and say link, and it's gonna link to our style.css file here. And here I'm gonna go and select the form, and from the form select all the inputs and give it a margin from the top of, so I just say margin top, and it is 5 pixel. Yes. So now we have gap between all of these, and also I'm gonna give this a custom one. So I just come here and give it a margin top of, margin top of 1. So now it also has a little gap. Now we need the same for the login page. So I'm just gonna copy these codes from here, copy, and go in a login and paste it down here. And we don't need the first name and last name. We only need the email and password, so I get rid of them, and replace of sign in we have login. So say log in, and then we have to change its title to, so I just come here and here, where is it? Inside the 4. I got crazy. Here we have login, log in. So yes, now I'm gonna go here, 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 and we need to, when we click on this one, it should take us to the main page. So here, replace of the hashtag, I'm just gonna type index.html, index.html, and we're gonna do the same for this one. So I come at the top and say index.html. Now click on here, here, go to the main page. Yes, here we are. And we also need to, when we click on these, it just takes us to different sections of our website. I'm gonna go inside the index.html. The first one that we want to go is to the featured. So I'm just gonna search the featured here. So I say featured, and in here I'm just gonna pass the ID and say featured, and this one gonna be to new, and this one gonna be to subscribe. So I'm gonna give it an href of subscribe, save it. And now if I click on it, is home, and we don't want to go home. I'm gonna go out. We will go to features. It's here, and also to the new section. I think that I didn't give a class to new, so I just search for new and go down, 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 down. Yes, here I got it. No, I didn't give it an ID, so I say ID and it says new. Now I'm gonna click on new. Come on, baby. New, and it just takes us to there. And I want this navbar to be stacked at the top of our web page, so I just come here in our navbar, and here I'm gonna give it a position of fixed to the top. So say fixed to the top. Now it will stack there. Wait to, and we have our navbar here. It may sometimes goes under the pictures, just give it the z index of a larger number, and it's always going to be there. So now our website is completed, and I hope that you guys enjoyed that from this one, and I will see you in the very next tutorial. I'll miss you guys, and take care of yourself. Bye.